Sometimes you may not see a vision. God can be speaking to you through perception. You can just sense it. It's not every time you hear it. There are times you sense it. When you sense it, say you sense it. Don't say you are hearing it. Don't stand up and I hear. No, I sense. Say it as it is. I sense in my spirit. When you didn't hear, say you sense. When you hear, say you hear. When you sense, say you sense. The spirit beareth witness with our spirit. Elisha was just passing, and the woman perceived that this is a holy man of God. This is what? Holy. So there are men of God that are not holy. They have been passing there. The woman said, no, there are regular people, but this one is holy. And what was our estimation of being holy? It wasn't because it was pious. It wasn't because there was this air around him. It was because the woman saw that this one was not a preacher that goes into houses looking for help. Our estimation of holiness was his dependence on who called him. Stop begging. Stop borrowing money from members. I left that church, but pastor is still owing me. Will you see hunger? Yes. Will you see scarcity? Yes. I told you my first daughter, I had given my cars to the Lord. I had 2 cars before she came. I had emptied my account. I was just doing that. On one morning, my wife said to me that she doesn't like the way she's feeling. It's like she is about to give birth. I said, what? She said the water broke. She was so normal. I said, is this how people give birth? You are normal now. What I know about childbirth? Hey! Ha! Ho! I said, I better stop playing. He said, take me to the hospital. I don't know where she came from. My wife would want to give birth. She would drive herself to the hospital. I mean, these are open secret members. Have been there. She would drive herself to the hospital, enter the labor room by herself, deliver by herself. When I come, he said, let's go home. I said, now so they take the ball. I'm telling you, all. I said, is that how they give birth? Because I used to hear, hey, oh, hey. So I'd given everything I had. And she said to me that it's like she will give birth that day. While I was taking her to the hospital, all I was saying is, not today. I didn't have a dime. I had given everything. I do that a lot. Every December, when I enter the new year, I clear my account. God has to start new with me. I do that a lot. And that year I'd given for the month of April. This was May. The child was born in June. And I said, Jesus, I don't have anything. As at that period, there was $500,000 in the church account. But I am not the church. I said, Lord, I don't have anything. I am not the church. While she was there, she was in labor, and she was holding her waist, holding here. And I look at her, I said, what's going on? He said, the baby. She was in labor, I was in labor. She was in labor, I was in labor. My labor was money. And I was like, well, what do I do? I went outside. She finally gave birth. Hi, and they called me. Because I left before. They said, go and get some things and all. Because that was my first. I didn't know you have to come with things, come with that. So they said, go and get some things. I said, okay. It was so bad. Bring this, bring cola, bring this. If they can make pepper soup, make this one, bring spoon. I went to carry shovel. Because of the confusion, I carried shovel. And I said, what is shovel? I went back. I said, Father. I looked up. I said, I don't have money. I don't have money. This is embarrassing. They will say, buy this. I don't have money. And someone called on the phone. And the person said, what is the matter? He said, please, sir, can you take this number? I said, what number? He said, can you write something down? I said, what am I writing down? What am I under tension? What am I writing down? He said, just write it down. Answer this. Question this. I said, who is questioning and who is answering? He said, just write it. Question this. Answer this. Go to any bank, they'll give you so and so amount of money. I said, I never knew it was called Western Union. I didn't know that. Question, answer. They were calling me. And look, I said, I'm still looking for spoon. They said spoon. I said, I'm looking for spoon. I'm coming. There was not. I was in labor. My wife had given birth, but I was still having contraction. And money came. More than enough. Pum, I drove. It was called Allstate Trust Bank. I drove there, showed them that it's a check. They said, yes, the money has come. You want everything? I said, everything. 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 And they give it to me. And I was going there because I have delivered my baby. With audacity, they looked up to him and their faces were lighting, and they were not ashamed. As you look up to God from now, you will not see shame. 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 If your amen is louder, take the blessing. That you are crying to God. This woman, so Elisha prophesied and said, by this time next year, according to the time of life, you shall have a baby. And true to the prophecy of the servant of God, a baby showed up. Showed up. She was excited. One time, according to the story, they went out and the father was with the reapers. The devil always waits for the time of harvest with the reapers. And the boy screamed, my head, slumped, died. And the father said, take him to his mother. Always remember the source. The father said, I wasn't in the rules of the engagement of this manifestation. Take it to the mother who struck a covenant. But this is my problem. The mother taking the boy there. Our brother in the Lord, Gehazi. They met him. Woman, is all well? She said, it is well. She wasn't lying. Asking him, is all well? She said, it is well. Because you don't tell your problem to who doesn't have your solution. How will the pastor's wife be reporting the husband to members of the church? There is nothing about you that your women leader doesn't know. You don't know that such positions are transient. There is nothing about you as a pastor, about your wife, everything about your home that the church is not aware of. I mean, you just uncover things that are sacred. That woman cannot come to church. Your wife is in a position she can't come to church anymore because everybody practically knows what is happening inside the room. He said, no. And met the man of God. Now, this is my point. This is my point. This is my point. And looked at the man of God and said, why did you lie to me? Ministers of God, where was the lie? I said, you are going to have a child. The child came. Where was the lie? When your unction puts you in trouble. A generation of people with short memory. God has done so much for you. Because of a little challenge, you now call me false. Where was the lie? The generation we are in, no matter the manifestation, just a challenge, they forget what God has done. Where was the lie? You now call a prophet through whom God brought a baby. You suddenly call him a liar. Where was the lie? Did I not tell you not to lie to me? Lie to you and you have evidence in your hand? When people who your life has impacted and affected open their mouth and say certain things, you are wondering if this is the same woman you dedicated that child. If it is the same man you travel to the village to do family deliverance for. You are saying this? The same people that look at you and said, I will stay in this mandate. I will stay with you. Suddenly you hear statements and you are just one shaking. Meanwhile, the shaking they are going through, the unction to fix it is still on you. Anointed, and you are a father, you need capacity for tolerance. Because there are people that will push you. You can destroy them in 1 minute. But you have to understand, don't let what is using them use you. Don't let the manipulation. If you react to members, the manipulation on them, you must understand that there are things people will not do with their clear eyes. When they are doing it, you know something is using this person. So if you let that thing use you, you become a victim of what he or she is already a victim of. Do you know when I read that portion, I was, if you can carry somebody out of scriptures, if I could extract that woman, expunge her from scriptures, that you had a visible, palpable, tangible manifestation of God in your hand. That boy didn't die at 1. He didn't die at 2. That boy must have been a teenager, grown enough to follow the father to the farm. So it was a miracle that was tested for over a decade. A miracle that was proven over a decade. And yet you call the man a liar. There are some things that those you have affected will say. You'll be asking, did he say it? Is it the one talking? Brethren, where was the lie? I'm looking for the lie. Did you have the baby? Yes. Was it the exact precise time the man of God spoke? Yes. Precision, accuracy, fulfillment. Where was the lie? A man of God ministered to you, spoke the counsel of God over your life, and the evidence are there. The same lifting that has occasioned in your life through his mandate, you now stand on that same pinnacle of that lifting to exercise arrogance against the counsels of a pastor who has lifted you. When you see members, the arrogance of some members of church, sometimes you are asking God, what have I done? And I told members here, I said, none of you that's a member of this church will make me go back and ask God if he really called me. I said, because there are some things. People don't know that pastors can take their last money with them and support. Many of them, their own family saw them as nothing. The only relevance they have was the church of God. Where was the lie? I don't know about you, but there are ministers of God today who are bleeding while leading. For members who are ingrates, unappreciative, they are mentally distorted and troubled. How many of you can relate to what I'm talking about? Here was the lie. And you need to be teaching them this, because some of them are not even aware. One thing that has helped my capacity, God said to me, take people the way they are, not the way you want them to be. and teach them what they should be. If you take people the way you think they should be, you're going to have problems. Take them the way they are, then teach them what you want them to be. Did I not say? What audacity. Child of God, it's good to be very prophetically mature, because I think some of you, your temperament will not allow you pray. Do you know Elijah had to go to the house, stretch himself 7 times? Why go through that length? I think capacity, emotional wise, I think mental wise, this man was not himself. After he brought the child back, he walked away from that house. He left. Walked away. Because what was the arrogance of the woman? Gave bed and gave me a table. It wasn't for me, because when your child died, it was the same bed the child was dropped. Anything you give to God is what God uses for you. Anything you give to the Lord is what God keeps in store and uses for you. So your giving to God is to secure your future, not for him. Bed you thought you gave to the man of God was the same bed you put your child when he died. So it was for your child, it was not for me. Whatever you give God today, wait for your future. It's the platform for it. Where is the lie? Do you know how painful it can be? You're the same people you've shown love. See, I praise prayer for, like I said, I'm not if you want to submit to this grace and you are looking for who will lie to you, I'm not part of it. I'm not part of it. I am getting better every day. Okay? But I am myself, but I'm getting better every day. I will pray this prayer now. May God lift you to a point that you become too busy for what will hurt you. May God lift you to a point you become too big and too busy for what will hurt you. Take your seat briefly. Simply put, that may God lift you to a point where you'll be too busy, all this traveling to people's village, traveling to you'll be too busy for it. You have people that will be doing, you'll be too busy. You will not invest emotions in rebels. You'll be too busy, and you send people say, go there. No. At this point, is it me now that go and do family deliverance? How? Before I will travel, we'll get to Imo. That's how I started naming places. Mbise, Mbidi, Mbano. I was in Mbidi for 5 nights. I was in Mbidi again for a crusade. Pastor Hodges, through one young man, took me to Mbidi. In Mbidi, give me food for where they brought bread to 9 p.m. Not him, the host. And I asked him, I said I was hungry. He said he wasn't led to bring me food. I've seen this. He said he wasn't led to bring me food. That God told him I'm praying. I said I wasn't praying. You are a liar. I was hungry. How can you tell? And you know, there are people, there are some people you cannot advise. They spiritualize stupidity. So I said, I'm talking to him. He's laughing. When you are talking to people and they are laughing, it's a display of stupidity. I said, sir, I was hungry. He said, oh, no. It's okay, my dear. He said, it's okay, my dear. The Lord told me that you were praying. That's why I wasn't led. He brought that, it was a crusade. He brought that bread, small bread. He brought it to 9. Not after service, before service. To 9 was before service. And so you should know that we did that crusade 11 p.m. He waited till the town gathered. It was like village meeting. You know, when everybody come with their lantern. come back from fire almost 11. I was angry with Pastor Origins. I said, who is this? Where did you carry me to? How many years ago? It's a long time, right? Over 20 something years, right? He's a good guy. He has been around for a long time. He's a good guy. We were there together. I was saying, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. He said, even myself, are you hungry? I said, we hunger together here. You are not going anywhere. Oh. We hunger together here. Mbidi. I like Mbidi. I wish I can go back to Mbidi. This time around, I will not be hungry. No, it's not possible. Because there are people there that won't let me go hungry. They ministered. And he did it. The man did something. As I'm prophesying on people, come and stand near me. And this is what the Lord is saying. Oh, he's telling me the same thing too. He's telling me, who is this man? Very unethical. Say yes. Hey, he's telling me the same thing. He's telling me, he say it in Igbo. The things he was saying in Igbo, I wasn't hearing those ones. And I say, so I say, yes. Apostle, I'm still talking. This you are saying, I saw it. I'm still. Say, Father, if you deliver me from anybody today. You gotta be careful. Why the lie? Show me. People you see, a minister of God may not be. Many young preachers today are not thieves, are not crooks, are not immoral, are not liars, but they are crooked. Let me tell you why I stopped accepting invitation. There's no way I didn't preach. There's nowhere. I so preached in the Assemblies of God that people thought I was in the Assemblies of God pastor. Many of you that knew me then thought I was in the Assemblies of God. I was preaching in district, in province, in Otuake, Enugu. I was preaching like that. I preached in assembly. I went to Assemblies of God, Mali, Assembly de Zion. I was ministering Assemblies of God. They thought I was part of them. I've preached for the Anglican. I've preached for Catholic Charismatic. I preached in Cherubim and Seraphim. I took off my shoe. I removed shoe. They said they will pour something. I said, pour. They said, we'll do this. I said, do it. Are you going to run from here? The devil is operating. Go there. And who told you that all celestial members are evil? There is still remnant that God has kept. Stop condemning people because of some bad pictures that some people are put in there. I'm not endorsing anything. I'm just saying there are places you never thought God is that God is. Have you seen people, reverend fathers, that are catching the fire in the Catholic Church? Why are you condemning? Somebody said, don't go. You contaminate yourself. I said, this is the problem. Let me ask you a question. If, for example, if you're even a polluted place and it can contaminate me, if this what I carry is not strong enough, the light shined in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So who told you they are evil, number one? Who told you? I went there. Then there is different one called the Cherubim and Seraphim. Cherubim and Seraphim Church. I've preached there. I remember Celeste, I took the mic 1 in the afternoon. 7 p.m. I was still with the mic. Deliverance everywhere. What matters is what happened when you went there. I've preached in Kwaibo. You know Kwaibo? There's a ministry called Kwaibo. I've preached. But why did I stop? When the Lord spoke to me over 15 years ago, He said, you will expand your work. Because I don't want to hurt anybody. I knew where you are inviting me to, I may come there for a personal crusade. I don't want problems. So I withdrew. I knew our ministry was going to be everywhere. I don't want to use another man's work to start my work, because sheep can put shepherds in trouble. I knew that if you invite me and the Lord moves and I come to that city tomorrow, your people are coming. So it is better I go to London and do a crusade and get only 100 people, organic, than I preach for you in a church of 1,000 people and come back to London to start my work, and 500 of your people come to I won't cause anybody pain. Many ministers today are crooked. A pastor was telling me I invited a minister to an African country, helped the minister to get a visa. Only as the minister was about coming, called him and said, hey, sir, sorry, I have an invitation. Somebody has also invited me. And after I finish preaching for you, I will go there. And I said to the pastor, why didn't you stop him? That's crookedness. That's already a sign. He said the man preached for him, and as the man preached for him, he went to see the man privately and saw one of his strong men in his church with the man. Crooked. Why cause people pain? So that's why I stopped, because there's a country today. I was invited to that country by a bishop, and I ministered. Before that time, people were coming from that country to see me, but I've not gone to the country. And I ministered. The man packed stadium out. The stadium was packed out. I was like a household name till now there. And the Lord started speaking to me about crusade in that country. I battled it for 8 years. I said, I'm not going. Before I went to that church, people were already coming to our ministry from that nation. The nation is represented here. I said, I am not going. Lord, please. This man did a program in his church, used the stadium. If he didn't give me that platform, they wouldn't know me there. They only know me on Facebook then. It was only Facebook then. That's what they know. I won't go there. I won't make a man of God feel weaker than he already feels. I won't go there. I battled. When the Lord said to me to go there, I avoided his city. I went 3 hours from his city. I said, I'm not going to that city. People say, no, we must do the work of God. Don't look at. I said, you don't understand. There are things you do to a man, his prayer life will be shattered. His study of the word will be shattered. He won't trust anybody again. I won't cause nobody pain. Somebody invited you to preach, and you have planted a church, and here you are invited. Why are you crooked? You hear a pastor paid for a hall, you went to pay twice for the same hall. Why are you crooked? They invited you and a man of God to a program. You ridiculed him. Have you seen people, you get invitations with them to a meeting? You've been going there before. The first time they went there, you are not invited again. I've had stories. Pastors have spoken to me over some of these young people coming up. A pastor, non-pastor spoke to me and said that he went there with someone and he wasn't invited again. The guy ran him down. Crooked. A minister must not be crooked. I refuse. I told him, I said, I'm not going to that city. I said, no, I don't forget yesterday. Don't because of your today forget yesterday. Because you'll be shocked, sir. It's easy to return back to where you're coming from. It's very easy. Just one attack, you see yourself selling your things. No. Do you know why I can't discipline some of you? I remember yesterday. If I forget yesterday, I'll just think, Look, I know there's somebody waiting to laugh at you. I'm not thinking of me, because I think of what you do to me. I can do you something, no? I don't see Reverend Kingsley as my pastor. I see him like a biological son. He has been with me about 30-something years. There was something that happened one time. I gave an instruction that if you're not in the meeting, you'll be suspended, come to the headquarters. He missed that meeting for a good reason. I told him, I'm not interested. You are suspended, come to the headquarters. And he came to headquarters, sat down, served it. I said, go back. That is my own. I can do you something, no. But you will not succeed in pushing me to do you. I want to prove to you the real meaning of love. The real meaning of love. Yeah. Because that's one thing that is not in the church. Many pastors are lonely. They can't really find somebody who loves them unconditionally. So let's redefine it. Let's redefine it. Don't be crooked. Don't go to invitations and you are collecting people's phone numbers. Stop it. Stop it. Go to your pastor. I've preached for you. I was for you today. Did anybody come to you and say, this man, I've preached for people. I've preached for you. I've preached for you. Did anyone come to you and say, one message? Are you okay? How? When I come, it is you. I project you. I project you. It's not me. That's what should be. I told you a story. I'm taking your time, right? Let me round up. I'm coming to my point. I told you a story. I used to preach for him and still preach for him. And whenever other preachers go there, they will call me. They say, everywhere, soldiers, police, security in the hotel. So they are there. Protocols everywhere. I say, wonderful. By their door, protocol. By the lobby, protocol. By this security. I say, wow. See honor. When I go, no single protocol in the whole hotel. No police, no security. I say, what did I do? Why did not hear? So one day I was I said, sir, can I say something that you will not be angry with me? He said, go ahead. I said, sir, what did I do? If I offended you, I'm sorry. No police, no protocol. Others, they are following them. He said, no, you are a Christian. He said, you are a Christian. Those ones, members are sneaking. It is they are mafias. Those people, they are mafias. They will tell members to see them in the hotel, see them there. So we block gates, we block door, we block. Let's see where people will pass. He said, but when you are coming, I told all of them, retreat. Suleiman, even if I bring somebody to him, he will say, sorry, sir, can I pray for the person in your office? He will never. He said, I will have to be begging him. He said, I know you will not like this, but this person has been on my neck. I said, sorry, sir, can he come here? I'm standing with you. You are standing. Where will you? Whatever happens there, you are a witness. So when he said that, I said, this is me. And do you know, for 3 years I was carrying that in my heart that this man doesn't love me. Don't let assumption kill you. Don't let assumption. I'm not going to lie to you. Then I'll tell Reverend K. I say, wait till they happen. Wait till he is with me in the same hotel. Everywhere is empty. I say, I'll call them. Say, come, when you came. He said, yesterday now. They were with me all through. They followed me everywhere from the door. I didn't know they were following them. Not honor. How would you visit a church for a program and you left? The key helpers left. The major financiers left. Nobody's following me today. The people that love the man left. Have you not seen people that come to your work? It takes you 6 months to gather things. Why? What heart do you have? Why will I preach in your city when I know I'm coming to plant a church there? So, sorry, sir, with all due respect, I'm not coming there. Not because I don't believe in your work, but I don't want conflict of interest. Sheep can put shepherds in trouble. Sir, don't be crooked. Anyone who wants to bless you should pass through your host. Have your honor. A man called you. He said, this is an apostle of God, a prophet of God. The hand of God is upon him. He spoke highly of you, elevated you, honored you. And the people's hearts were open. Because where virtue flows, where honor flows. Yeah, virtue flows where honor flows. When there is honor, virtue flows. The people honored you, so virtue flowed. And by your attitude, you demean yourself. You left pulpit into one-on-one. Collect phone numbers. Collect contacts. And start telling them where to see you. You are coming to a city close to that city, say, come over and see me. Start giving them prophecies that are anti-prophecies to the previous prophecies that the prophet over them has given. Crooked everywhere, crooked.